You paused on this video for a reason, not by accident, not out of boredom. Something inside you stirred, quietly searching, not for distraction, not for a quick lift, but for recognition of what's already whispering in your soul. You've sensed a subtle shift within, something you can't fully name, yet it feels undeniable. It's as if you're teetering on the edge of a self you can almost touch, a version waiting just beyond reach. And if these words feel familiar, it's because you're already farther along than most dare to go. While many cling to the comfort of the known, you've stepped beyond it, standing in the tension between who you were and who you are becoming. That space is raw, confusing. It makes you question your timing, your direction, your worth. Yet this very unease is not a warning, it's a signal. You are ready, not for applause, not for validation, but for the quiet, unshakable work of becoming. Consider this. The tension you feel is proof of awareness. If your spirit were content with remaining in the old patterns, you wouldn't ache for more. The friction you feel is the echo of your potential, pressing against the confines of your current life. If these words speak to you as if they were written for you alone, that is no coincidence. This is alignment, a recognition of what you have sensed but could never articulate. You are living in two worlds, one visible, imperfect, slow to unfold, the other invisible, already calling you forward, the life your bones remember. There have been moments when that higher version of you slips in. You act, decide, and move as they would, tasting a glimpse of unstoppable clarity. Then suddenly the familiar self reclaims its grip. Old doubts, old habits, old fears. This is not failure. This is transition. Transformation rarely arrives as a clean before and after. It glitches, flickers, swings between timelines, leaving you certain one moment, lost the next. Yet each flicker is a signal, a reminder that you are connected to what is possible. The awareness of your higher self is not delusion, it is memory. It is the echo of your future self, reaching backward to pull you forward. That is why this video matters, not because of its words, but because you have arrived at the threshold where recognition is possible. Only those who are already navigating the in-between resonate with this message. If this feels familiar, if it names what you could not yet speak aloud, take it as confirmation. You are ready. Ready not because you are complete, but because the journey from knowing to becoming has begun. And now as you settle into this in-between, the voice of doubt appears, questioning, what if this never works out? It is fear, yes, but more than that, it is a test of readiness. And you standing here are ready to take the next step. If these words are resonating, it's because you're seeing what most never notice. The doubt you feel is not a stop sign, it's proof of motion. Growth always brings questions. Those who remain stuck feel nothing, numb to their own lives. You are not numb. You still care. You still whisper to yourself, when, not if. That distinction matters. Asking when something will happen reveals a quiet, unyielding belief beneath the noise of doubt. Evolution isn't measured by constant confidence. It is revealed in persistence, the days you keep moving even when certainty is absent. You've shown up without recognition, without applause, without proof. That is endurance. That is transformation unfolding where no one else can see. If this feels like it was written for you, it is resonance, the soul recognizing its own reflection. Many mistake turbulence for failure. Progress does not always arrive as momentum. Emotional storms are the shedding of old identities, clearing space for the self capable of what you are calling toward. Every step through doubt is evidence that you are ready for the life you've been quietly building. Here is the shift to embrace. Stop using feelings as your scoreboard. Emotions are perspective, not proof. The real growth happened on the days you felt unwilling, but moved forward anyway. Your journey is measured by evidence, the unwavering choice to continue. The person who moves without certainty is already stronger than the one who acts only when conditions feel favorable. If this message lands, if a part of you silently nods, it is a sign. You're not merely surviving this in-between. You are becoming the self that the next chapter demands. Not by winning yet, but by staying, by refusing comfort, by choosing movement over stillness even when nothing around you confirms the reward. Now that you understand you are not failing, you can see you are evolving. But what are you evolving into? This phase isn't merely about holding on until everything finally aligns. It is about becoming the kind of person capable of carrying the life you have been quietly asking for. If these words resonate, it's because you have already shifted from craving success to preparing for it, even if you never realized that was your work. The universe does not test those who are unready. It trains the chosen. Most people misunderstand the in-between. This is not punishment, it is construction. You are not delayed, you are being developed. The frustration you feel is not a void. It is the echo of vast internal growth that your outer world has yet to mirror. You are cultivating emotional endurance, mental clarity, spiritual depth, resilience, discipline, patience, the traits the future version of you will need, not just to reach success, but to hold it gracefully once it arrives. Yes, it is exhausting. You live between two selves. The old version is losing hold, fading in influence, relinquishing control. The future version is still forming, fragile and unfinished. That is why you feel stretched, drained, confused, pulled in opposite directions. You are not weak. You are mid-transformation. Caterpillars do not become butterflies by relaxing. They dissolve first, turning into chaos, before recombining into a form entirely new. This is not dysfunction, it is divine design. If this metaphor resonates, it is proof you are evolving beyond surface thinking. You are no longer chasing outcomes blindly. You are beginning to see the architecture beneath them. Anyone can want the result. Only those who are ready recognize that the process itself is the initiation. The universe never asks, "Do you want the blessing?" It asks, "Can you sustain it without collapsing?" If that question stirs something inside you, that is readiness calling. Here is the deeper truth. You are not waiting for the breakthrough. The breakthrough is waiting for you to finish becoming the person who will hold it without self-sabotage. This is why the in-between demands so much. Growth does not hand you what you want today. It gives you what you will need tomorrow. So that success doesn't overwhelm you. Relationships don't drain you. Opportunities don't break you. You are not being delayed. You are being fortified. If these words land, it's because you are no longer outside your transformation. You are inside it. Every moment of confusion, pressure, and internal rewiring is intentional. This is the point where the universe stops treating you like a dreamer and begins treating you like a builder. When you finally step into the life waiting for you, you won't be impressed by it, you will be equal to it. That is the purpose of this phase. By now you may see the pattern. Exhaustion was never failure. Confusion was never a red flag. Delay was never denial. It was preparation. And yet, almost everyone in the in-between longs for a sign, a confirmation that they are not wasting their time, that they are not imagining the pull of something bigger. If this feels like a sign, it is. Messages like this do not resonate with those who are unready. They bounce off like static. The reason it reaches you is because you are aligned enough to hear it. Perhaps you have been waiting for something outside, an opportunity, a breakthrough, a door to swing open. But the real sign has always been within. You are still here, still watching, still trying, still refusing to convince yourself you don't care. That quiet refusal to give up is the universe saying, you are not done. Keep walking. If you weren't ready, you would have already detached from the dream. Only those who are close enough to feel the finish line in their spirit, even when their eyes cannot see it, seek confirmation. Understand this. The universe does not waste signs on the unready. It does not send messages to those who have already given up. You are receiving this because you are still moving forward. The universe sends signs to those who are only one step away from giving up, just so they don't. If these words feel as if they were written for you, it's not because you are special, it's because you are ready. The old version of you wouldn't have understood this. The past self might have dismissed it as just another motivational speech. But the self watching now recognizes truth when it speaks. That recognition itself is the breakthrough you have been waiting for. It will not arrive on the day you feel fully prepared. It will arrive on the day you realize you already were. Readiness was never about confidence. It was about endurance, about learning to act without proof, to move forward without clarity, to hold faith even when your hands shake. You don't need another push, another promise of success. You only need the reminder, you are not lost, you are becoming. Every step, every moment of persistence, every quiet refusal to give up has brought you here. This is your in-between, your transformation, your preparation, and now at last, you are ready to meet it fully. If this message feels like it's speaking your inner language, that is the universe signaling you've crossed a threshold. You are no longer the person you were when this journey began. The gap between who you were and who you are becoming has never been smaller. Not because time has passed, but because you have changed. Once this inner transformation is complete, your outer world will inevitably mirror it. That is how growth unfolds. Alignment first, physical evidence second. If these words resonate, it's because you are ready. You are no longer the version of yourself who needs external validation to trust the path. You are already walking it. Perhaps it hasn't appeared in your results, your environment, or your bank account yet, but it has appeared in your awareness. Awareness is always the first proof of transformation. The next step is simple. Keep walking. Don't rush yourself through the season that is building your strength. Don't let the silence convince you that nothing is happening. If this message lands, it means you are ready, not for the finish line, but for the final stretch. The ones who cross it are the ones who keep moving, even when the world perceives them as standing still. If this message spoke to you, take a moment to honor it. In the comments, type one line that reflects what your soul is feeling right now. Something like, I am ready, I am becoming, or any truth this video has awakened in you. Your words are not just comments, they are evidence of your journey through the in-between, and they can quietly guide someone else who is still finding their way. If this video helped you see your path more clearly, give it a like. Let that simple action be a way of acknowledging your own growth. Share it with someone who might need this reminder today. The energy you send outward always comes back to you. And if you want to continue walking this path together, consider subscribing. This is not just about watching videos. It's about staying connected to the insight and alignment that help you move forward, even on the days when everything feels uncertain.